to third. Off the bag. No. The angle that took, it certainly looked like it hit the bag, but the third base umpire, Randy Marsh, says no, it hit something else and was a foul ball. The way that ball reacted, you assumed it hit the bag, but Randy said no.
Well, the only way it could go left like that is a spike mark, and there's always a lot of spike marks there. I don't think it hit the bag, and I think Randy Marsh got it right.
I think you're right, too. I mean, normally with that kind of sharp left turn, you figure it clipped the side of the bag. Now,
well, the umpires can get together, but I'm trying to think, what would they do? A ground rule double?
Well, the only other umpire who would have had a view of it would have been the home plate umpire. There's no way that the first or second base umpires could have seen.
As you see the ball, it looks like it misses the bag, but it's very hard to tell, of course, and we get to see it 100 times. Randy Marsh only once, but I like this. The umpires, when they get together, I think this is always great. Talking about it, trying to get it right.
Yeah, if they did overrule it, they'd have to call it a ground rule double. That was very funny the way that ball reacted. It took a sharp left turn.
Be interesting.
And of course, if it hits the bag, it's a fair ball because the entire base is in fair territory.
See, even the umpires put their hands over their face when they were talking. You know, the guys with the gloves.
Because they don't like people like us reading their lips.
Right.
And Charlie Manuel wants to know what's going on.
Because he is going to go into a rage if they go against them.
Could you imagine if they now call this a fair ball? I'm not sure I've ever seen a call like that overruled. Now, I've seen fair foul on a home run overruled, but as far as a play like that around a base,
I've never seen it. I've never seen him overrule that. And just Randy Marsh speaking to Charlie Manuel lets me feel like they're going to change this decision.
Well, if so, they haven't told Willie, because he still doesn't look happy.
By the way, David Wright will take a fair ball here.
Oh, my. You talk about a slump buster. That would be a slump buster, to have the umpires change their decision. David Wright hit the ball, and it got to the third base bag and took a sharp left turn, making you think that it hit the base. But Randy Marsh, who was right on top of the play, said foul ball, which means that it didn't hit the base.
Well, it looked like he saw some space between the ball and the bag. But I think even a spike mark would be very difficult for a ball hit that hard to veer off that quick to left.
Well, Randy Marsh and Charlie Manuel are still talking. They have not moved the base runners or told David Wright to go anywhere. Let's look at it again at full speed. I mean, that kangaroo bounce like that, it's hard to believe that it could bounce like that without hitting the base.
Well, you know, when you hit a change
and
like
Charlie
that,
Manuel just got thrown out of the game for the second time in this series. Now David is being sent down to first base.
This is like a video game.
This is really bizarre and really befitting a makeup game early on a Monday afternoon. But David Wright, who had his ball called foul, is going to first, and now Carlos Beltran is crossing home plate. And the Mets apparently have just scored another run about 7 minutes after David Wright hit what is now a base hit.
Well, it took the Phillies a long time to get that ball in.
Now where are they putting the base runs? Apparently Wright's going to first. I guess Delgado will go to second. It's a ground rule after the fact single for Wright, apparently.
Well, change up, a lot of top spin, and can't see it there. Hard call for Randy Marsh, but they're changing it up, and obviously one of the umpires, probably Angel Hernandez, saw it, but once it changes direction like that, you have to believe that it hit the bag, and the umpires got it right, and Charlie Manuel's still not happy.
Well, again, the only umpire who could have seen it well enough to overrule it would have been the home plate umpire, Angel Hernandez. Which, if so, it's the first controversial call Angels ever called in favor of the Mets. Because the second and first base umpires just don't have any kind of angle to make that kind of call. Charlie Manuel, meanwhile, has been ejected. Gary Varsho, his bench coach, who now has a new number today, by the way, will get the lineup card. Gary's wearing a jacket. You can't see it, but he was wearing number 19 until today. Jeff Conine, acquired last night by the Phillies, has always worn number 19, so he got that, and Varsho changed to number 30, and now he's got the lineup card. So it goes in the books as an RBI.